Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sports 2.0 show. My name is Ryan Ghodsian, thrilled to be here today. Today, we're going to be discussing some win totals for the AFC West. We're going to get right into it and start off with the Kansas City Chiefs, who are the defending AFC champions from last season. Now, all these odds are brought to you by Caesars Sportsbook. Now, Caesars has them at over 12.5 wins at minus 110 and under 12.5 wins at minus 110. Considering it's a 17-game season and not 16 anymore, so you got that additional game, I'm gonna take the over here. I think obviously the Chiefs are one of the best teams in the NFL. You got Andy Reid as your coach, Patrick Mahomes as your quarterback. That should be a reason enough. But if it isn't, you got Tyreek Hill on the outside. You have Travis Kelce, who's the best tight end in the league. You still got guys like Mecole Hardman, who's a speedster. You got CEH out of the backfield, who was a great running back. And you look at their defense, who I think is going to be improved this year. Tyrann Mathieu is one of the best safeties in the NFL, in my opinion. You still have Chris Jones up front. He's a monster. So I like the Chiefs this year a lot. I'm going to take the over here at 12.5. Moving on to the LA Chargers, who are my sleeper team in the AFC. I'm going to take the over here at minus 125. I think obviously Justin Herbert showed what he can do last year. He had arguably the best rookie season of any quarterback in NFL history, and that's saying a lot. And don't forget, he was under Coach Anthony Lynn, who obviously did not prove to be a good coach. The Chargers lost so many close games last year, and I think bringing in Brandon Staley, who was a great defensive mind, I think that's going to turn a lot of those close losses into close wins. So I'm going to take the over here. Defensively, they're going to be much improved. Like I said, especially with Brandon Staley coming over from the Rams. Obviously, the Rams defense is much more talented than the Chargers, but you can't forget guys like Joey Bosa up front and Derwin James in the secondary, who are great in their own right in those positions. So they're going to be a lot more healthy. And offensively, I think Justin Herbert's going to take the next step. You still have Keenan Allen, who a lot of people forget about. Great receiver. And in the backfield, you have guys like Kelly, who's still a great running back, and don't forget about Austin Eckler, who is a Swiss Army knife. I'd say he's a poor man's Christian McCaffrey, and that's a compliment. I'm not trying to insult Austin Eckler here. I think he's going to be huge for Justin Herbert's development. And so I like the Chargers a lot this year. I'm going to take the over at minus 125. Moving on to the Las Vegas Raiders, who have disappointed ever since John Gruden has taken over the head coaching duties a few years back. I'm gonna take the under here. I'm sorry, Raiders fans, but I don't like Vegas this year. I think Derek Carr is a good quarterback, but their offensive line is not going to be that good this year. I think Josh Jacobs is going to have a decent year, but their defense is going to struggle, I think, a lot. Like I said, John Gruden has really disappointed coming back in the NFL. He was a great coach back in the early 2000s, but it seems like he's not really adapting to his team, to the modern NFL. He traded away Khalil Mack a few years ago, which was his decision. That didn't pan out well. So I like Henry Ruggs on the outside. Is he a number one? I think that's way too soon to say. But if I had to guess, I'd say no. And because in the division they are with the Chiefs and the Chargers, I don't expect much from Vegas this year. I'm going to take the under at plus 100. And lastly, the Denver Broncos, who I think are going to finish better than the Raiders this year. With that being said, I am going to take the under here at plus 110. I think Teddy Bridgewater is a solid NFL quarterback, but he's not going to lose you games, but he won't win you games either. So that's where I am with Teddy Bridgewater. I think they're going to have an improved defense with Nick Chubb returning, and obviously Von Miller's still there. Don't forget Vic Fangio is one of the best defensive minds in all of football. So I think defensively they're going to be fine. I think offensively, though, they're going to struggle to score some points. I like Cortland Sutton on the outside. I don't think he's number one receiver yet. Noah Fant's a solid tight end as well. But like I said, they're going to struggle to score some points. They're going to have to lean on the run this year if they want to surprise some people. But I'm still going to take the under here at plus 110. Anyways, that's going to do it all for the Sports 2.0 show. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Please give us a follow on YouTube and give us a subscribe on YouTube. Give us a follow on Twitch. It'd be much appreciated. Thank you guys so much for joining. Take care.